Now, there are a few tools that I want you to think about. I put them into two different categories, which I call essentials and non-essentials. Let's start with the essentials. Always have a thumb drive. This thing could save you big time. Now, let's say you have your presentation and you go in there, it's in your computer, and you're about to upload it, or you email the professor or whatever, and for some reason, the professor didn't receive it or hasn't downloaded it in the computer. Something happens, your internet is not working. There is always a place for you to insert your USB driver. If you buy one of those, you can put it in your keychain, it's just there. So yeah, get a thumb drive right now. The next thing is bring your laptop's charger. If for whatever reason you are using your laptop and it doesn't have battery, it's a problem. So don't forget that. When you're done creating your presentation and you're ready to email it or submit it, whatever, make sure you submit it to the professor and a classmate that you know that's going to be there. Again, just like the thumb drive, sometimes that can save you. Next is always have a way to time yourself. I just usually use my phone. So let's say I'm giving an in-class presentation. I just place my phone somewhere that I can see and I start the clock. Because you don't want your professor to go, yo, your time's up. And then that could be a problem, right? So make sure you can see where you stand, and don't forget, when you practice your presentation, time yourself while you do it. Now, to the non-essentials category, none of these, again, are necessary, but they could also make your life a little bit easier. First, have an HDMI cable and an HDMI adapter with you. This is the adapter. You put it in your computer, then you have an HDMI spot here for you. I don't have the HDMI cable with me, but you get the gist. Sometimes it's good, you can actually use your computer. You can use the HDMI cable to stream stuff to the class's computer. So, non-essential, but could be useful. Second is to have a clicker. I have this clicker, which is really nice. It has all sorts of different cool features. It gives you a timer, you can spotlight and highlight things, it can give you normal mouse capabilities and stuff. It does all sorts of things, but again, that works for me. And that is something I like. I like giving presentations. So you may need something simpler. You may just need a clicker. Some professors actually give it to you, like they hand their own clicker before presentation, so you don't have to keep tapping on the computer like next, right? You want to make sure you don't have that awkwardness of pressing the button. And finally, sometimes depending on what you're teaching or what you're talking about, if you're teaching a class, you may want to actually make a printout. You want to print it out for people, for them to follow along. Could be cool, could be useful, it could make the presentation more engaging, and it certainly will give the feeling of, oh, this person is probably prepared to talk about whatever they're going to talk about. So there you go. Those are the tools, the essentials and non-essentials that you can use for presentations.